Hello everybody, good evening. Hi all. Are you able to see my screen, right? Okay, so we have done this listing, this one and this homework, and somebody has already completed, and this one also completed. Today we are going to see these three listings 222, 223, and 16.224. The three listing how to write a one programming to generate this multiple outputs at a time. Okay. Okay, let's get started today's class. So today we are going to see these three listings at a time, how to create the programming. Okay. So first of all, go and open the mock cells, the three mock cells. So whenever we have a similar type of mock shell and then only the condition is changing, so we can create a macrotizing programming to handle the three outputs or the multiple outputs by using a single program. Here we can see the first one is 16222 serious adverse event leading to the death. Okay. Second one is only the serious adverse event they want to be listed out. Third listing, so they want to list out all the adverse events. Okay, so in this you can see first subject number, the next column they want to concatenate the adverse event, primary system organic class and preferred term. These three variables they want to be concatenated. Then start date, end date, serious event, action taken, relationship to study drug outcome. So these are the variables they want to be included all these three listings. So same variable names, variable information they want to put, but the only the thing is the condition of each listing has different. Okay, in this case how to create a programming to handle this everything. Okay, so first of all I'll create one program. So after that one we will apply the conditions and we can macrotize. So I'll create this 16224. So how we created the last program in the similar way, so I'm going to create this program. So just this program name 16224, right? Yeah. So next, first we will focus on this program. Once we created everything, so we can macro time. So which data set they want to be take ADA adverse event related ADAM data set they want to be take as a source data set for this listing. So these are the variables we need to be included in this listing. So that is why, so data ADA set adam.ada. Okay, so here the first one condition is AE term should not be missing, so they want to be included all the adverse event in this listing. Okay, so that is why the condition is if AE term should not be missing. Okay, so we can keep the variables one by one. So the first variable is use subject ID, and second variable they want to be concatenated these three variables. So that is why I just created one variable with the slash, these three variables. So that is why I just term body system organic class decode. That is why I just created one variable term body sys and decode. Okay, so second variable also done, and the third variable here AEST AEN and next variable is here AESCR, AEACN, and AERL and A outcome. So these are the variables they want to be included in this listing. So let me check. Okay, some missing values are performed. So what is this? Yeah. Okay. So now it is clear. So ADA has 98 observations and 8 variables. Open the data set and look at once. Yeah. So first one is the use sub JID. Next, seriousness, action taken, relationship, outcome, start date and end date. And this is a variable you created. Everything in a character variable. No need to convert anything into numeric to character. Okay. So now next what we do? So we need to give the page numbers because everything was not going to fit into one page, right? So here also I am doing the page numbers. So like how we ADLB we handle here also. So here I am giving 10 lines per a line. So up to how many lines were fitted in a page, so you can give that many numbers, no issues. Initially you can give one number and you can check the output. Okay, so 10 lines I am giving one page number. Every 10 lines the page number was changing. Here you can see once it was reaches to the 10, so 1 was converted to the 2, next 10 numbers 2 was 3, like that. I have divided 10 rows into one separate section, that variable p1. So you can break by this variable so that 10 line was printed in one page. Okay, and next, so what we done here, simply calling the RTF style of macro and titles and footnotes. So up to here also you can copy. So title 1, title 2 common, and title 3 is here. So this is the title 3. 16224, right? Here you can give the listing 16224. Okay. So here listing 224, and now the proc report section. You can give the data set name is ADAE, and all the variables which we are going to display, that variable you just copy and paste it here. So now what we do, so we have to define each and every variable. Okay, so define p1 order and no print, like that. Each and every variable you need to define. So that is why I just taken that thing here. So I just define each and every variable. Okay, so our main focus is to macrotize the programming. So that is why here define p1 order and no print. So the next variable is use of JID, next variable is TBD, next variable start date, next variable end date, next seriousness, action taken, AERL and outcome. Above one line, below one line, you already know. Break the variables by page and you can close the output. These are the common. So just you can give the cell width first initially as per your knowledge. After that one, once the output was generated, you can adjust the cell width according to the display of the output. Okay, so just running this output so that our output is going to display as per the mock shell. Here you can see each and every subject, what is the adverse event, start date, end date, and this outcome, etc. 10 lines I am printing so that around 10 pages, all the adverse event related to all the subjects were printed exactly. So now we are going to macrotize this programming to generate 3 outputs at a time. Okay. So here I started macro here. So where we need to change, first is changing the condition here, because 3 outputs having a different conditions, right? So here we need to change the condition, and second change is here, because every output have a different footnotes and different title. So here the second change, we already written second change, here the third change, here the fourth change. Okay, so four macro variables are needed. So that is why just I am calling this macro. So macro name I am giving VAE. So four variables need to be changed every time: V2, V3 and V4. Okay, so here you can directly write the V1, and here you can give the V2, and here you can give the V3 dot, because it is the extension, right? Dot SAS. Here also dot RTF is the extension, so you can put a one more dot, and you can close the macro. Now calling the macro. So how many variables are there? Four, right? So V1 equal to V2 equal to V3 equal to V4 equal to. Okay. Now, so one and one we can see. So if we are calling this output, okay. So what is the V1 for this condition? Serious adverse event leading to the death. So what are the serious adverse events are there? And that too, it should be lead to the death. Okay, this is the condition. So AESR equal to 1 and AE out equal to fatal. Okay. So I think death was not there in the data set, only fatal there. So there is a special characters are there like this. Okay. So to mask that one, so we use the str function, str macro function, so that it is mask the special character. Okay. So this is the first one, and this is the second one is a title, and third one is the so listing 222, right? So 222, and fourth one also you can use the same thing.
Sir, what is the str function?
Str function is used to mask the special character. Here you can see there is a dot. So directly if you pass this one, so the macro is not recognizing this one, and so sometimes it will given a error or warning message not to execute. So what we are giving exactly, it was going to resolve and printed in the place, right? So if you have a special character like this one, so it will not resolving as a macro variable. Okay, to mask the special characters present in the string, we use the str function to mask. Okay, so here also underscore is the special character. Okay, so if you run this program, let me see. Okay, so this was not resolving. Somewhere the problem is. Let me check the title statement, syntax error. Okay, so we missed the comma here. serious adverse event which leads to the death. But even though still these many not should be there, because serious adverse events, right? Serious adverse should be yes. Now where again there is a missing. Why is not a valid SAS? So sometimes if you are directly copy this one, it will also giving some issues. Yes. Now here you can see serious adverse event leading to the death. Only one serious adverse event which has a death information. Okay. So serious adverse event should be there, and due to that serious adverse event, the subject should be died. That type of information they want to print in this listing. Okay. So first listing was created perfectly, and coming to the second listing. So this is a serious adverse events only they want to be populated. So same thing you can copy. Only the condition is only the serious adverse event, and here this is the title, and this is the output. If you run this one, so all the serious adverse event related listing was created. Okay, serious adverse event, you can see all the serious adverse event whether it is leading to the death or not. So here this listing they are not asking, so whether all the serious adverse event they want to be see in this listing. Okay, so the third listing they want to see all the adverse events. Okay, so all the adverse event they want to see in this 16224. So 16224 and 224, and the condition is A term not equal to missing. So here, and this is the title. Now we can see if you run this patch of code, all the adverse events are printed irrespective of whether it is a serious or not. So only the term is present, this was created. Okay, so now if you are running this entire program at once, what happens? So first it will execute, second it will execute, third it will execute. Automatically the three outputs generated at a time. So in case if we have a multiple outputs with the same different condition but the same layout, so you can use the macrotized program. You can see 16222, so 223 and 16224, all the outputs were same layout but the condition is different, so that we can write a macrotizing programming to handle the multiple outputs at a time. So previously lab listing we have handled, right? In the similar way, adverse events also we can handle in this way. Only first we need to figure it out where the changes were happening each time if you are passing the variables. Okay, so first listing, second listing, third listing, what is the main difference and where the changes were happening? So that what we do, so first you can write one program, and generate that output, then you can point where the changes were happening for the next listing to this listing. So there you can create a macro variable, just you can pass that information into the macro so that it is resolved as per the listing and generate the output as you expected. Okay, so instead of writing three programs, you can write in a dynamic code like this to generate. Okay, so this cell width you can just give the cell width as per your knowledge. For example, this containing more text, like text length is more, so you can give some extra length. So total cell width should be 99. Okay, you can calculate once you given the cell width. After that one, once it was generated, you can align. Okay, if it is looking more, so you can reduce. So final our aim is to the listing should be look like, so everything fitted in a proper alignment, should not be truncated, titles and footnotes accurate, page numbers are accurate, the bottom line should not be missing. So try to give everything fitted in a one page, like all the variables should be in a one page, should not be overflow into the next page. Okay, this is our VM. So for that purpose, so you can adjust cell width, you can changing the number and see that output whenever you feel it's okay. So you can give to that validation purpose to check that listing. Okay, so this is for today's listing. So now you are getting some idea about the listings. Any listing in any project, any therapeutic area, this is the way to create the listing. Any listing if you give. So first you can point out what are the variables are needed. So just as in the page number, if it is not printed in the one page, calling the RTF style macro, write the proc report section, define each and every variable, break whenever it needed. So and produce the RTF file to print the data set information into the RTF file in a appropriated way. So we are not doing any derivations here. We are not calculating any counts here. We are not performing any mathematical calculation. Simply the data what the present in the data set, simply we represent into the RTF file, so that everybody can understand this listing easily instead of the data set. So if anybody is seeing this listing, okay, serious adverse event leading to the death. So death related subject who are having the serious adverse event, this is the one subject having the death due to the adverse event. Okay, like that they will understand. If they saw the data set, they can't understand, right? So for the purpose we created the listing, as well as whenever we created some tables including the count of the subject. That count of the subject you can take a reference from the listing. For example, you are creating a table, serious adverse event leading to the death. There we are getting the count is one subject. So that one subject related information you can find in the listing. Instead of go and check in the data set, you can refer the related listing, so you can find the complete information about the subject. Okay, that is the purpose. Also listings were very useful. So first the assignment should be in any company for the trainee programmer or SAS programmer. They will give you the listing and check your technical skills of the SAS programming, so that they will increase the more complex work one by one. Okay, here also we started with the listing. So from the next session onwards we are going to do the tables. Tables are little bit complex compared to the listing. So we are going to use proc mean, summary, frequency, SQL, and transpose method. So many methods we are going to use in the tables to get the layout with the accurate values. So that will start from the tomorrow session. Before that one, you have to familiar with this process of the listing, so that any question they are asking from any corner in the project, so you can easily answer the listings. Okay, yeah, anybody having any doubt on this listing or previous, you can unmute and talk with me.
Yes, Shiva.
Yeah, Tanu.
Difference between tables and listings, what we have to tell.
So here, so tables we are going to perform some mathematical calculation to get the counts and percentages. Okay, so we are performing
Okay.
mathematical calculation and to get the counts and percentages of the subject. But here listing, we simply display the information from the data set to the RTF file. Okay.
Okay. Data set is nothing but from Adam data sets we will
Yeah.
displaying.
Yes. Just display
Okay.
purpose.
This source.
Source is Adam,
Okay.
table also Adam. But tables we are going to calculate. For example, how many subjects are male, how many subjects are female. So that count we are displaying in the table. So which subjects are male, which subjects are female, that was displayed in the listing. Okay, subject number
Okay.
wise
Okay.
whether he is a male, female. So that information we display in the listing. But 10 subjects male, 10 subjects female, that type of count is there, right? The count related
Yeah.
calculation we are going to display in the tables.
Okay. And main purpose of the in listing we use mainly proc report mainly.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, what are the different methods that you had done with listing? Means we will
Proc
set.
report, only proc report is the main thing. Across my 12 years of experience, everybody using the proc report for display the information into the RTF file. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Shiva.
Yeah. Okay, guys, work on this. What are the things we learn? So we'll meet the tomorrow at 6 p.m. IST. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a nice day.